If you've ever been chased in a dream and you wake up scared or stressed, most of the time it does not mean that something bad is coming. It means that there's something in your life that's trying to get a hold of your attention. And what you do in the dream actually tells you what your mind is trying to do in reality. Oftentimes, being chased can represent trying to avoid something. You can be trying to avoid a conversation. You can be trying to avoid a fear. You can be trying to avoid change or responsibility. You can even be trying to avoid something that you're already aware of in your waking life, and your dream is trying to confirm for you that yes, you need to deal with this situation. Most of the time, these dreams aren't about something coming after you. These are about something that you are avoiding. For instance, if you're running from something that you never can see, that usually means it's an unknown fear. If you're running from someone you do know, that's probably relational tension. Curious enough, if you're running from an animal, that can be like emotional tension. And if you're running from a crowd of people, that can be a pressure that you're feeling or facing. Your brain is often using these chasing dreams when there's something that you need to face, but you just don't know how to do it yet. Today, I am going to share a powerful dream that my late husband had over and over again for many years. And it references a lot of what I just talked about in these chasing dreams. But first, I want to talk to those that are new here. My name is Nicole, and I firmly believe that your dreams at night are helping you decode your future. And I am passionate about helping people learn how to break down the themes, the feelings, and the symbols in their dreams so they can begin to understand the messages being conveyed. So, if this is a conversation you like, please hit the like button and subscribe. That way, you'll know when we have new videos that come out, and it'll tell the algorithms that people like you like content like this. Now, remember that what happens in the dream is just as important as you're being chased. In fact, it's the only way that you're going to begin to decipher what is chasing you down or what it is that you need to face. For instance, if you just keep running, it's probably an ongoing issue, like what I'm going to share with you from my late husband. It was a repeated dream, so it was an ongoing issue that he didn't find for a long time. If you hide, I actually had a dream like this. If you hide, that means that there's like a fear response to the situation that you're not wanting or not able to deal with yet. If you freeze, that could be a matter of being overwhelmed, like a deer in headlights, right? You just freeze in the situation. Now, this one is good. If you fight back, that means you're beginning to gain confidence in this situation. And this is critical that I'm going to talk to you about soon. If you turn around, if you turn around and face your opponent, that means you are now ready to face that issue. Remember that the most important detail in your chasing dream isn't what's chasing you, it's what you do about it. Now, remember that feelings are often going to be a key player in deciphering our dreams. So, are you feeling fear? That could be a stress, pressure. Are you feeling confusion? That could be some uncertainty. Are you feeling exhaustion? You could have complete burnout in this situation. And again, I've had another dream like that. Are you determined? Is there like a determination in the dream? Well, that means you're growing in this situation. And sometimes if you have like a relief after you hide, that can be just a temporary solution has been put in place. Remember that the symbols in the dream will tell part of the story, but the feelings in the dream are going to tell the rest. All right, so the dream I am going to cover today is one that my late husband Aaron had for many years. So it was a reoccurring dream, and it happened until one critical piece of the dream changed in the very last time that he had it. So, for all of the times that he had the dream, he is being chased down by someone. It can be in various forms, it could be in various ways, but it always ended the same way, in which he would get killed. He would not get away from this chaser. He would always get killed and wake up from the dream. Then something changed. When the last dream happened, this time he turns around and he actually sees his opponent. And who he sees will shock you. He sees himself. Aaron turns around, finally sees the opponent, sees it's himself. He is facing himself, takes a gun, shoots him dead. It was, that is so powerful, in my opinion. Now, he had that dream with that critical change, and then he never had the dream again. I'm going to break down for you what that meant and where I can tell you, as his wife, how I saw that actually playing out. Now, for our marriage, we were married almost 22 years. We were together 27 years. He was 18 when I met him. So I saw this man go through so much transition. That chasing dream had ended before I met him, if I'm not mistaken. So what I found is it was kind of a destiny dream for him. It basically showed that he was hurting himself. He was the one, his own thought process was the one taking himself down. And that is why when he turns and faces himself, he faces his own thought patterns and shoots it dead, he puts an end to the self deprecation that was hurting him and killing him over and over and over and over again in life. And I can tell you that just briefly in his life, he didn't have the easiest childhood. He didn't have an easy time at school. He was always kind of an outsider. And he brought a lot of baggage forward because of that, as we all do. But over those years that I was married to him, I watched him truly begin to turn around, like the dream showed, and face who he really is in many different capacities. I saw him turn around and face and repair family situations. I saw him turn around and face his own physical ailments, the things that were preventing him from doing what he imagined he'd be able to do in life, or what he felt responsible to do for me as his wife in life. And as he did this, as he began to face his own demons, per se, I saw him change. What a real critical part is when I also began to very much change inside my own mind, body, and soul. I guess I was able to give him some breathing room for an additional layer of change. And this is where I really saw the end of his dream come to life. In the probably last 5 years of his life, I saw not only was his health beginning to very much improve, and he was able to live life in a way that the prior 17 years he had not been able to. I watched him take the trauma of having life pretty much kind of dangled in front of him, but never really able to take a hold of it, and reframe his mindset, kill off those negative thoughts or even the habits created to protect him in that previous phase of life, and move forward. So he wasn't perfect, but because he recognized, and obviously we weren't doing dreams as much. We were towards the end of his life, but not as much as he walked this out. He did recognize that, oh, okay, in the dream I'm being chased by myself and then I shoot it, and now this is why I have to go after all my thoughts. But he did understand that the enemy that he had to take down was in his own mind. Now, he did that. And I found that he became more whole and more happy and more at peace. And our marriage did the same thing. All of it, his ability to overcome unworthiness and the little habits that we put in place for self-protection to keep us safe in life circumstances through a certain season, and break them down so that he could freely move forward. The dream was true. It came true. And if you look at the basics of what it was saying, is that when he was finally able to turn around and face himself as he truly was, he was able to cut off the things that were holding him back, that were killing him inside. And it worked. it worked. He, he was just a beautiful man that was flawed in all the ways that we're flawed, and took that nature, and in a way I have not seen many people do, become a different man that was able to embrace life exactly as it is with all its brokenness in a beautiful way. Now, the dream showed that, and so will your dreams do that. When you're being chased in a dream, when you get to the point where you're finally able to turn around and face what that opponent is, or look at the symbols around what's chasing you and really go after it, those chasing dreams, as scary as they are when you wake up and as uncomfortable as they feel, they are leading you to life. They are leading you to look at what is chasing you down. What are you avoiding that is hurting you and preventing you from living life to the fullest? So, most of the time, those chasing dreams, as scary as they feel, they're not about danger. They're about growth finally catching up with you. Oftentimes, a dream is not trying to scare you. The dream is trying to get you ready for the kind of change needed to take you into your destiny, to decode what is blocking you from walking into your future. If you made it all the way through to the end of this episode, thank you so much for watching. I love talking about dreams, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, hit the subscribe button, because this channel is only here because of you. And if you want to dive deeper into your own dreams, I have a free community for that. See the link below.